James Head is a professor of geological sciences at Brown University in the United States.
Well, it's really amazing. Tianhe is really the first module. It's the core module, of which there will be two additional modules, which will have scientific experiments. And the core module is where the crew will live, up, three, typically, maybe up to five. And they will then do experiments, which will be focused in the other two modules, which will be launched in the coming year or two. It's about a quarter the size of the International Space Station, and it's supposed to be completed by 2022, the three modules. So that's the schedule we're on, which is a very ambitious schedule, but I think, with the recent successes of Chang'e 5 and other Chinese space missions landing on the far side of the moon, et cetera, I have no doubt that they're capable of meeting that deadline. So it's very, very exciting, and it's a wonderful addition to low Earth orbit space exploration and population, and essentially using space for peaceful purposes to explore for science.
Does China's space station link to Tianhe, the Chinese lunar exploration?
Well, everything you do to get into low Earth orbit, launch, rendezvous, docking, astronauts, transferring, et cetera, these are all things that are related to essentially how you go to the moon. We showed that 50 years ago in Apollo, and the United States did. And I think, each of these is, in fact, a big help in being able to send Chinese astronauts to the moon for exploration. And obviously, if you look at the logo for the Chinese Lunar Exploration Program, which is a robotic program, you'll see that, in fact, it's the symbol for, in fact, the moon, and it has two footprints in the middle. And it's clear that the Chinese Lunar Exploration Program is the precursor, a scientific precursor for human exploration of the moon, just like we did in Apollo 50 years ago. So I'm really excited about this because there's so many unsolved problems on the moon, and we need all the help we can get internationally.
Look, the module is called in English Heavenly Harmony. So, with that in mind, what sort of international collaboration can we expect?
Well, this is a really good example. It's just like the International Space Station, in which the United States and Russia and many European nations and others are collaborating and cooperating on research in space. And this is it's a wonderful demonstration of soft, peaceful power. When you see what can be done with this huge rocket launching tons into space, and you really respect the United States, Russia, China for their abilities, and it's a peaceful way. You don't go, hey, let's go invade them or let's make trouble. No, this is soft power, peaceful power. And so from an international point of view, it not only is a demonstration, but also it's an opportunity. I mean, the bottom line is that both the US, Russia, China, they're all saying, hey, come join us in our activities in low Earth orbit. There's tons of science that can be done. Propose an experiment and we'll fly it. So, it's it's so much better in a peaceful sense than any confrontational aspects.